Alright, well, got ourselves another Crawlspace here. What do we got? Ooh, feeling a little rusty after the Thanksgiving holiday. Ate a little bit too many snacks. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do inspections and I check out houses, but mainly I record houses that have crawl spaces. So you can see what these crawl spaces look like. A lot of people have opinions on slab houses and crawl space homes, and well, so did I at one time. And then I was like, you know what? I need to start filming some of these crawl space homes to show people exactly what they're getting themselves into before they purchase one. But it also kind of helps you with maintenance. But so this one right here looks like it's been had some work done. Little drainage system here. If you're not new to the channel, welcome back, guys. I appreciate y'all and all the lovely comments you give me and the corrections you make me have to say I'm sorry too. But when you're in the heat of the moment down here, yeah, sometimes you just say something a little whoopsie, but I encourage you to call me out. Anyway, we got some kind of a French drain here, sump pump. These are Liberty pumps. I like them. They're around for a while. So this place takes on some water. I know that for a fact. You can see all that right there. Screen looks a little foggy. Hang tight. Alright. So they got a French drain. They got a sump pump right there. Oof, look at that debris. But what I usually like to encourage is they're relying on gravity to take the water to that well. And that's not necessarily a good thing to do. You want to catch the water as it comes in through the foundation. I don't know what the heck all that is. Nasty. But digging a French drain as the water comes in through the foundation, let it come in through the gravel, just like we saw over there. You got some kind of a gravel there. I bet you there's a pipe underneath that gravel. Because this right here, this water coming in, isn't getting to that well. It's not. It's just gonna sit here on this foundation and become a problem. No, I don't know what's all this up here. Looks like some moisture damage. This house is absolutely gorgeous from the outside. Now, I haven't been on the inside yet, but outside, it is beautiful. That pretty much suited up. Got down here because it's cold out this morning. Well, for me, it's cold. It's 29 degrees. And I know these crawl spaces are nice and toasty. They're warm. People have their furnaces on. And they're, yeah, it feels good down here. But you can see you have some fungi. Looks like a little wood rot. Now these crawl space houses, they are made with single layer brick. It's basically a skirting. I'm not even going to consider it a foundation. You got your piers here. I don't know if that's what you want to call that. What in the world? And then you've got all your piers going all the way around to support your the foundation joist, rim joist, whatever you want to call it. Just not a fan. Everybody I'll tell you what, man, I even put a little thing on my community page asking what would you rather have, a slab house or a crawl space. I think more people say crawl space homes, but look at these problems here. Look at this wood rot. Now this is underneath the front porch. I mean the front door. And you can see how moisture somehow has penetrated through underneath the door, rotted this wood out. Now during an inspection report, one of the things that are very specific on there, it asks if there's any moisture damage, wood damage. Well, the answer is yeah, there's some moisture damage there. So they're just going to be checking off some boxes. Boxes you definitely don't want to be checking off. You know, when you sell the house, you want the house to be in somewhat decent condition. A lot of things that we're not aware of. Look at this debris. So you're going to notice on the videos that I try to have a conversation with you. But at the same time, I also have to keep my eyes open. I always say, put these things in boxes. And look, there is one in a box. Typically, you find just these wires hanging around, just like dangling. And I always say, just put them in a box. You know, they did. Yeah, they can nail it. They can do all kinds of stuff. Here's a stink bug. A lot of bugs are starting to winterize. A little cold. So I am in South Carolina, where we don't get too much cold. But for us, it's cold. 29 degrees first thing in the morning. That's cold for us. You can see this heater, air conditioning, HVAC ductwork, absolutely covered in fungi, mildew. So during the summer months, these condensate and they drip water. You can see kind of the marks, the little trail marks right there. That's from water dripping. And it creates a lot of humidity down here. That's why the humidity starts causing all this mildew on the wood. None of the wood down here is pressure treated lumber. So these are called automatic vents right here. So they're spring loaded. When they notice that the temperature goes down, excuse me, they close on their own. I actually spent the holidays under the weather, but I just started feeling good enough to come back to work. Isn't that the way it works? But I feel good about that. So those are called automatic vents. They open and close on their own. Look at this insulation. It's black. Nasty. People don't realize it. Here's the old vent. So they hired a company to come in and put new vents around the house. I just went ahead, and this is the builder vent. They just went ahead and chucked the old vents. Man, I'll tell you what. Do I have beef with a lot of contractors? Not all, guys. Not all. A lot. That's why when contractors go out to do a bid on a job, it is like you have to turn on. It's like you got to shut off a fire before you can even start to sell something, your product, because of the trust. The trust homeowners have today with contractors is non-existent. So not only are you trying to sell your product, but you have to explain why you're not that person. That's hard to do. And homeowners, it's hard for you guys to have to choose. You might have been burned before. See, when I peel the plastic back, look how wet it is. Here, we got a lot of clay. This is all clay. See how wet that vapor barrier is? Try to move the camera a little bit so you can get different views. It's sopping wet. This ground is always wet. It doesn't matter, even if it hasn't rained. That's exactly why you have all this mildew and fungus. This is a wood destroying fungi. This turns into rot. Got some red insulation. I think that thing got shot. I don't know what that red stuff is. So right now we're pretty much in pretty deep with this crawl space. This is all water. This is all dried up water. See that? This place takes on a lot of water when it rains. We haven't had rain in a little bit. So you can see some contractors have done a lot of work here. Like I said, these videos are basically so you guys can judge for yourself what crawl spaces look like, what to expect underneath your crawl space if you don't get up underneath there, or if you're planning on buying one that has one. It is so important to come down here multiple times a year. So this is oh boy, this is an addition. They made an addition here. They knocked out this block. Man, let me see if I gotta get up underneath this pipe. This is another reason why a lot of people don't get up underneath their houses. Look at this. I gotta squeeze underneath here. I'm not even gonna pause the camera. You guys just watch me. Do the worm. You definitely don't want to break anything, because I will be on the hook for it. Look at that. Now, if something were to break down here, let me see if I can get my flashlight. Look at that. Look at the electrical wire. That's a big wire too, boy. Oof, that'll cook ya. Plumbing. If you had to get down here to do any work, for one, they should have dug this out a whole lot more. There's zero ventilation in there. You can see the fungus buildup. A lot of times when people sell their houses, these realtors, they know they've got a crawl space house they got to list. They are holding their breath. And then when we come out and say a few things here and there, they question why this and why that, and they haven't been told that before. That's because a lot of people don't come down here. Even contractors. Look at that fungus and mildew. Nasty funk. Even contractors. Like if a contractor is going to come and check out the air conditioning system, and the air conditioning system is way close to that crawl space door, they're not going to usually crawl around the rest of the crawl space. Water heater, whatever the reason. They're going to come in, they're going to come out. The reason why I know that is because I talk to a lot of them. A lot of these guys don't even like coming in crawl spaces. I personally, I don't mind. I get to find some pretty cool stuff. Plus, I've done a lot of work in the pest management industry, where I dealt with a lot of bugs down in Florida. Pretty cool. Got to study them, have some fun. So dealing with critters, seeing them down here, they don't bother me. You can see right there, see these streak marks? Like I told you earlier, this is a single layer brick. Water is going to find its way through this mortar, just like that. During a heavy rain, come down, kind of sit here. Now they did put some kind of a drainage system here on the back side of the house. And this is one of those drains. A lot of companies use a 4-inch corrugated pipe system. This is a different kind of a drainage system. I think somebody had commented in the past what they thought this was. Well, they actually said what it was. I just didn't remember. I don't remember. But I don't know how effective it is. The only way you're really going to know is during a heavy rain. You'll be able to see how this works. See if it takes it back to the to that sump pump that's over there. But it looks like they just ran it. Oh, gotta get over that pipe. They just ran it to the to that sump pump. So here you have the plumber must have worked his way. Left a bunch of material behind. You know, and that's material you might be able to use for another job. So, I don't know. I'm all about material cost. Always got to keep an eye on your material costs. I'm going to wipe my camera lens real quick. There we go. So I am a YouTube fanatic, for sure. I watch a lot of YouTube. And I watch a lot of other creators. One thing you can notice about my content is I do not edit anything. I start the camera, I keep it rolling, and I'll roll it all the way until I'm done. I'll make a full run of the Crawlspace and kind of let you see what's going on. So, if you guys find any value in that, I appreciate that, because it's hard to narrate something straight through without clipping and cutting things. That's why you guys catch me say some things sometimes that might not be right. I might know the answer, but at that moment while I'm cruising around, keeping my eye out on possums and things that you might be interested in watching, I might just be rambling on. Check out this water heater. Oh my God. I don't know if it's connected. Is this thing connected? Is it an old one? Yeah, it looks like it's an old one. Maybe. It is an old one, that's right, because there was a tankless water heater outside. Good for them. Because look at this. This is exactly what I say usually in my videos about water heaters in the Crawlspace. This thing right here probably didn't last too long. Rusted out, leaked. Probably leaked from all over the place. And they're like, you know what, we're tired of replacing this with water heaters in the Crawlspace. We're gonna get a tankless deer. Okay. Good call. Look at the fungus. Oh my God. Sorry if it sounds like I've got smoker's cough over here. Here we go. Here's another example that I've talked to you about earlier about putting these things in a box. I have no idea what that is. You electricians out there, you tell me if that's okay. Tell me in the comments, any of you folks out there, if you think that this Crawlspace is okay. Right now I am sitting in the middle, staring at this HVAC system. I can see all the debris. See, without the camera lens, I can't see all this debris. It looks like it's snowing in the screen. That is so cool. Wow. Now it feels festive. You let me know in the comments, folks. If you were to buy a Crawlspace home, if this would be acceptable. If you would be okay with the wear and tear. Would you buy this house knowing that there's already this kind of fungus growth? Insulation falling down, leaning on wires. Water coming in through the bricks. I gotta quit calling it a foundation because that's not a foundation. This is crazy. A lot of this insulation falling is because of critters. What's this? Some electrical tape? Yep, look at that. Found me some old electrical tape. I could always use that. So they had some plumbing work done here. I'm still looking at this water heater. Look at this stain. Wow. And you know what? If you're the type of person that doesn't come down to the Crawlspace, take you a while before you realize that you've got a busted water heater. They did a lot of plumbing work. They replaced this piece. Left it down here because they think this is a landfill. Look at this. This is disgusting. That's all toilet paper. So this plumbing got all backed up. Plumber came down here, fixed it. I'll tell you what, if I was a plumber, I'd be like, look, there's a mess in your Crawlspace. I'm gonna fix the pipe. If you want, I can go ahead and cut out the plastic, throw some lime down, put a new vapor barrier down here for you, and this would be my additional cost. Or just let the customer know, hey, there's a mess down there. I want to get somebody to clean it. So again, there's that vent that when they replaced the vent, they just went ahead and took off the vent, left it there. We're looking for good contractors, guys. Good contractors. Here we go, insulation. Leaning on the pipes. Not good. Not a fan. So I want to look at this real quick. So we got this HVAC. I don't want to let this slide too much. So it's resting on some blocks there. It's resting on some blocks there. But it's resting on nothing over here. It's not resting on anything. Unless there's something over here. Oh yeah, there's a couple little blocks there. I don't know, man. Definitely have a bunch of lint. Bet you the dryer vents around here somewhere, possibly. It's the bottom of one of the showers. Guys, let me know in the comment what you think about this crawl space. What would you have done? What would you do? How would you correct this? How much of this would you do? And an electrical line there. Got another one here. Yeah, they obviously did a lot of plumbing work here at one point. Yeah, a lot of work done here, but the problem is they leave all their stuff behind. Piece of wood there. The French drain made their way around. Not too sure if that's doing anything. Got some more insulation. Leaning on some more piping. That insulation, especially during the summer, when it starts condensating down here, that insulation starts getting some weight from all the water. Man. Myself, I am a slab guy. Most of my work is about crawl spaces because the majority of the homes around here are crawl space homes. Now this unit here, this obviously got replaced at one time. I could be right, I could be wrong, I don't know. There's a fuse box. This was leaking at one time. HVAC guys out there, you let me know if this is okie dokie. Put a couple of bricks there. There you go. This is the other side. So they are holding at least this side. You guys let me know in the comments if you think this is okay. I definitely have some plastic underneath here. Keep that moisture from rising and rusting all this out here, because then this starts getting a little wet, then more humidity starts banging up on this, and that causes that stuff to start rusting. Rust, mildew, all that jazz plays a huge factor in the wear and tear. Crawl spaces, basements. A little light bulb here. Guys, check out my other videos. I have a lot of them out there. They're all about crawl spaces. When you hear me say crawl space encounters, it's not a UFO channel or anything like that, or any kind of wild animals I encounter, but I do have some pretty interesting ones out there that show me that kind of show you some of the things, some of the nasty things I find. No critters on here today, but we'll go ahead and wrap this one up. Hit that like and subscribe, help a friend out, It's like buying me a cup of coffee. I appreciate it. Have a good one.